Hi there, and in this video we're going to be talking about whether or not AI is gonna take like our Godot game developer job, if it's actually gonna be a tool that help us develop better. Like, we're gonna be answering all these questions, okay, from my experience, okay, from somebody that has been a game developer for the past 5 years. And also from somebody that actually uses a lot AI, not only in game development, but for content creation, organizing my whole life, and even more. So this is a game, okay, that I have created, okay, for one of my videos. And actually, some part of the code was entirely written by me, and some other parts of the code were written by AI. Okay, in this case, if you are curious about that, it's basically ChatGPT Plus subscription, okay, which is $20 a month. This video is not sponsored by ChatGPT or anything like that, by the way. So I will show you, okay, from something like factual, okay, not from an opinion, okay, how we can answer this question of if AI is gonna take our jobs or not, at least related to go to game development, and at least right now, okay, because we never know what may happen in some weeks or months. So first of all, this is the game, okay, it's just like a wave shooter game, or well, there are no waves, but you understand, like basically some enemies spawn and shoot at us, and we just have to also by clicking we can aim and shoot, okay, as simple as that. And if we collide with an enemy bullet, the game is restarted, okay. So in reality, as you may already know, there is like a huge problem with Godot 4 and AI. So to summarize this video in a couple of sentences, basically all these AI models, okay, every single of them have been trained in Godot 3 code, because, well, Godot 4 has been released pretty recently, okay, and well, mostly all database is on Godot 3, okay, that these AIs took in order to train their models. So what happens is that a lot of times, maybe you have experiments in this, whenever you ask any AI, okay, not only ChatGPT, but I know Gemini, whatever it is, a lot of times maybe you copied the code that they gave you, pasted the code, and you had some problems. It didn't compile, basically. So that's one problem that AI has, okay? So sometimes it's not updated, okay? But well, other times it may work good. It may work well. But when it doesn't work, okay, when you go ahead, copy code, paste it, and it doesn't work, if you are actually a developer, if you actually know about the code, you're gonna be able to easily understand why this is not working. You will get some error and you will understand, okay, oh, this happens because this method is does not exist in Godot 3, the Godot 4 updated one is this one, or you have the skill to go to the documentation and take a look at it and the new updated method. But if you have no Godot game development skills, you won't be able to do that, okay? So once again, I know that you have probably heard of this before, but AI is not here to kind of replace you, but to work with you, to work along with you. Who is gonna be replacing AI? Those developers, okay, that are not actually good developers, that they don't know how to work fast, how to work efficiently, okay? And those jobs maybe are taken by AI, okay? Or basically somebody that does know how to use AI is gonna have an enormous advantage in the market, okay, whether creating their own games or for somebody else, because they are gonna know how to do a human job from a junior developer, okay, or from somebody that does not work that fast or that efficiently. Maybe a junior job that would take that person 8 hours to do it in, I don't know, 3 hours, okay? So of course, if that is the situation, maybe the person does lose the job. So the people that have to be worried about all this AI boom and all that is people that is not productive, that is not efficient, that doesn't know how to code fast and how to create something fast, and that does not have the technical skills needed, okay, that are easily replicable and doable by an AI when they get better, okay? So those are the people that have to be worried. But if you genuinely believe that you have the corresponding Godot skills or game development skills, programming skills, all that, you shouldn't worry that much. Just the contrary, you should be learning how to use these AI tools, how to leverage them, okay, and how to do so by basically using them, okay? So have them as your companion in your second monitor, or just here opened and all the time use it. So just an example here on how you actually use AI and why it won't take your job if you are an experienced developer, at least right now. So for example, Godot for code, implement the code allows me to instantiate the bullet pack scene that is shot in the direction I'm aiming at using mouse to the game. So here, this was a code that was basically allowing me to move around, and I wanted to also shoot a bullet. But take a look at how the prompt actually has a lot of hints for ChatGPT to understand what it has to do. So first of all, I said instantiate a bullet. So already ChatGPT knows that instantiating, it has its own Godot method. So so this is a technical word. So I didn't tell it make a bullet appear or spawn. I told ChatGPT instantiate, because this is a technical word in game development, or at least in Godot and in lots of other engines or programming languages. And here I also told it packed scene. Okay, so this is the type of data that is used in order to load in a scene in Godot and be able to instantiate it or do whatever you want. And then I also specified that I want to shoot at the direction I'm aiming at using the mouse. So once again, somebody that does not have the technical knowledge or technical understanding or the corresponding prompt engineering skill is not going to be able to write all this super accurate and concise information, because you can tell it, okay, make it shoot, okay, but at which direction do you want me to shoot? Okay, do you want me to shoot at, for example, the direction the player is aiming at? So for example, here, if I'm moving right, the bullet could be shot right. If I'm moving left, the bullet could be shot left. Or do you actually want it to make it aim towards where you're aiming, okay, with the mouse? Okay, so once again, all these things, all these skills together allow you to use AI in your favor, okay, and not as a tool that will steal your job, okay. So here I've got the code. It kind of worked, but for example here, this was super weird. If bullet dot has variable velocity, this is something you would never use in a Godot game. Like, who uses if bullet dot has variable? Like, what this checks is that basically if this has some kind of variable. So who uses this? I don't even know if this is a method that exists in Godot, okay? Because when I copied and pasted it didn't work, but maybe because maybe this was meant to use the bullet with a character body, and which has a variable called velocity by default, but the bullet that I was using actually had an area. But you can see how somebody, literally, if I go ahead and copy this code and paste it in the player, you will see that it's not gonna compile, okay, or else it's not gonna work, okay, if I now press play. As you can see here, I have an error. Non-existent function has variable in base area 2D, because I believe that this function does not exist directly, okay? So this is something that Godot came up with, okay? This is an hallucination, okay? Then another thing that Godot is doing here, when we want to shoot the bullet, if the bullet scene is null, basically if we haven't loaded in, return. So here it shouldn't return directly. It should at least print you a message like, I don't know, you have no bullet scene assigned, returning, something like that, not just return. Because if I have forgotten to load in the scene, the code is gonna compile just well, okay? But I'm not gonna be able to shoot because here is returning. So I have no way to know where the error is. So this is a huge problem that ChatGPT or AI do a lot. They always do null checks, and this is a huge problem, okay? Because at least from my opinion and from my experience, okay, if you want to do a null check, okay, but also add a print, okay, or debug.log, whatever it is, for me to understand what is going on. And also here, like, assign velocity to the bullet. If this has this variable, do it like this. But if the bullet is a rigid body, do it like this. So it's super weird. Like, that logic, how ChatGPT thought of that, it's super weird. So of course, if you are an experienced developer, you will take a look at this and say, okay, this is bad, this should not work like this. And this doesn't even start here. If I give you this code over here, this code was generated by AI. Take a look at this awfulness, okay, of code. Literally the same lines, okay, just from two different signals, okay. So this is not good. I know that probably you could just copy this code and tell ChatGPT, okay, make it better. We could, maybe, but this was the first answer that I got. So once again, this is not well trained enough. So as you can see, what I wanted to explain with all this is that right now, there is no chance that a good developer is going to be replaced by ChatGPT or by any other AI. It has a lot of problems, a lot of things that want to work correctly, unless somebody is there behind checking those errors. What I think is that AI is transforming workflows, companies, workers, okay, and is indeed gonna surpass and steal jobs from those who are not productive, who are not actually, let's say, good workers, okay? And I don't mean to be mean, okay? So this is just an opportunity for you to rethink about yourself. So am I being productive at the company I'm working at? Am I being productive for, I don't know, the freelance client that I'm more working for? Because what you always have to understand, but you already know, is that a company or a client wants the best result for the least amount of money as possible. So if they can have ChatGPT Plus, okay, for $20 a month, okay, and they can have, I know, a senior or a semi-senior developer for some dollars a month, and those tools together can replace a whole junior or trainee team of 3 or 4, okay, that's gonna be more worth it for a company, a client, whatever it is. But if you're actually able to integrate AI into your workflow, not just ChatGPT, there are many more tools. If you're able to integrate them into your workflow, understand how they work, how to make the most out of it, and you're able to provide your clients, company, whatever it is, good results in, let's say, a short time frame, okay, you actually provide a value to the company or to the client in a short amount of time, okay, so that the investment that they make on you is worth it, you will not lose your job. In reality, you're gonna be able to work way better and provide way more value to the company or client, and therefore charge them even more. So it is just my opinion based on facts, based on my experience, okay, with all this. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below.